Hello, my name is Rosanamod, and welcome to the rosanamod podcast. Want to modify your life? That is corny, but I'm going to keep it in there. This variety show brainstorms solutions for everyday challenges, unlocks your secret potential, think outside the box with creative ideas that improve your business and your life. Get inspired with special guests, get motivated with how-to projects for the whole family, and learn that life is too short for anything less than being happy. Laugh with me or at me, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to laugh. Welcome to the rosanamod Variety Pod. This is your vessel and host, Rosanamod, aka rosanamod, episode 94. Today, on Wednesday Works, it's about, do you pay your guests to be on your podcast, or do you not? Should you? Is it proper podcast etiquette? I don't know. What have you read? I look on Facebook groups and the community groups, and I see that many people have kind of like a borderline arrogance about their podcasts, and they feel like they don't want to pay anybody to be on their show. And if anybody wants money, they get angry almost. That's kind of like the vibe I was getting when I was looking. So I'm not sure where that comes from, unless you're Joe Rogan. I mean, I don't understand. I don't have that many downloads, so I don't expect you to do it for free, although I would love for you to do it for free. It would be nice. If you're famous and if you've got some kind of clout and some kind of pull where you have thousands and thousands of fans, I mean, I'm looking at hundreds and thousands of fans, and you are established in your niche and you are commanding money for interviews anywhere else, what would make me any different? My podcast I don't consider it that popular. So it's getting there, but I mean, I'm new. I just started in September, so I don't expect that. Unless I know, like I said, it would be a great surprise and it would be very appreciated, but that's not what I expect. So I looked it up and I found that there is a pay rate that you go by, and the average is between $18 and $50 CPM, or cost per thousand, which is mil in Latin. So technically there's where my English gets messed up. There you go. If you have 1,000 downloads, then expect to charge or pay your guest between $18 and $50 for your show, to do your show. How long is your show? I don't know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. If it's somebody that's not too well known, but they are somebody that would fit into your show, that's a next little bonus, right? So, for example, I do Monday meditations. I do my meditations by myself, where I talk. It would be great to have another meditator as a guest. Do they expect pay? Start by putting everybody that you know, all of your friends, people that you work with, clients that you might have in your business, people that do the same thing you do, other podcasters, and then start separating them into subjects and categories of what it is that they are experts in. And if they're not experts in anything specific, they could be friends that can share memories or something that they have done. For example, like relationships. Maybe you have a friend that's going through a divorce, and one of your shows, like for example, my Thursday shows are relationships. You can have that person on your show and talk about divorce, talk about what the legal part of it, invite an attorney, and talk about family divorce and with or without kids. What's the difference? What do you expect? What is, what are the things that you should look for? How to hire an attorney, those kind of things. Everybody has something that they can contribute to your show. It doesn't matter who they are. They will have something. Like Fridays, I have Friday foods, recipes. I know people that cook, so I can invite anybody over and just talk about food. Pick a meal, and then we just start talking about that. So that's not so hard to do. As far as the money and the pay goes, that might be a little tricky, but you know what? You can haggle and you can compromise and come to an agreement where you can both maybe barter if you're a podcaster, you can say, you could be on my show and I could be on your show. We could exchange that way. And I think that'd be kind of fun. So there's always an opportunity. But the bottom line here is, don't get so arrogant where you think that just because you have a show that you are going to demand, people to just be on there for free. And they're just going to give you their time and their expertise because you have a show. You're not the only show that they can go on. I'm sure if they had, an agent, they can probably get booked somewhere else. So don't ever think that you're that big unless you are that big. And from what I saw and the posts that I was reading, nobody's really that big. And especially the ones that were saying it were not. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm not too crazy about the posts and the comments. I don't really like to get on there too much. I look around and I see if there's anything that I can learn by some of these groups, but they're great communities, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like to get involved too much. I just like to learn from other people and what it is that they say. So, well, anyway, that's all I have for you today. On that note, this is pretty short, but that's all I have. Tomorrow is relationship. Talk about love. No updates so far. Nothing new going on. I hope that this helped you. I think that you should look at your podcast as a business. And any time that you want to put somebody on your show that's going to help your show get better or pick up more of an audience, you should look at it as an investment to pay that person or to do whatever you need to do to get them on there as far as networking, because it's going to help you in the long run. And don't look at it as what I can do for you. Don't look at it that way. Don't look at it like I'm doing them a favor. Look at it like they're actually doing me a favor. So I think that's humility. I guess that's the word that I'm looking for. Humility is important here. If you want to do podcasting, you're not a podcaster yet and you're thinking about it, there are links below for Buzzsprout. That's where I am. Click on it, step by step, very easy. Great place. If you want to support the show and you feel like you would like to hear more content or you would like to, for me to improve my content, please let me know. rosanamod, Instagram, follow me there. Send me a message me on Facebook if you want. Whatever's easier for you. Anything that you want to hear, any ideas that you might have, or maybe you want to contribute, or maybe you don't agree with anything that I have to say. Please let me know. We can exchange ideas, and who knows, maybe I'll have you on, right? If you want to be interviewed, why not? Let me know. Okay, well, anyway, thank you for listening. It's always a pleasure. God bless you. And what do we say?